this guy 24?
Yes.
So, if you guys know the trial and error method, I still need to see, something, some work. And what's the way that I showed you how to do this that will always work? What do you do first?
Multiply 2.
Yeah. So now you need factors in -6 that add to be 5.
6 and 1.
Yeah, it can't be 2 and 3 because they have to be different signs. So then 2 and -3 or 3 and -2 would make some kind of 1. It wouldn't make 5. So this is like one of the most evil little things in the world is 2 and 3 and 6 and 5 and all that stuff. There's different ways to do it. So this has got to be 6 and 1. Which one's going to be? Yeah, the small one's got to be negative, so the middle comes out to be positive. I like it. So what do I do with that information now? Yeah, okay. So that stays, and then this gets broken up into 2. Bless you. And the whole idea is, if I could write this as 4 terms, then I could try to group it. There's infinite number of ways to rewrite 5. 6 minus 1, 7 minus 2, 8 minus 3, 9 minus... Okay, just stop. But that's the only way that will make the grouping work. That's why we do this step here. That's the only way the grouping would work. So then you just group it, right? What comes out of these two? 2 and x. I like it.
X plus 3.
So why is that not this? I got to take a what out of this to make it the same as this?
So my question is here for the signs. So how it can turn to be plus? The negative.
Here, you help me out. What is negative times x plus 7?
X minus 7. Yeah.
Negative x
Negative x.
minus 7. So if I take a negative one out, I change both of the signs. The same way as if I put a negative in. So I'm going to take a negative out. So that becomes positive and that becomes positive. Because I take a negative out of both. Yeah. And really, if you want to, anytime there's a 1, I'm going to actually put it -1. Because now it looks a lot like what we're used to. I can put an x plus 3 out, and what's left inside? 2x minus 1. If I didn't put that there, some people get a little freaked out. 2x minus sign. Well, it's actually a 1 there. It's an understood 1 there. Cool? Now, personally, I would have written this the other way. Because if I have an option, I'm not going to let the negative be in the middle, but it's got to still work, even if you do put that in the middle. It just makes it easier to make a mistake there with the negatives. Lock it.
So always it should be the same signs. For example, this x plus 3
Yeah,
and x.
this and this have to be exactly the same, or else you can't finish it. All right, you want to finish it. Okay, cool. So, on the practice test, I put a ton of factoring problems. On number 3, A through J. Yeah, because it just takes practice, so you get used to what to look for. Please, dear God, something that really tripped people up on the quiz was number 3A on the quiz. There's a minus sign in the middle. Dear Lord. I could, but I am not going to give you a multiplication problem that has 2 things with 4 things in it. No, that's just busy work. Take this through, and then take the next one through, and take the next one, and then go, oh my God. That is busy work. I would never do that to you. So this is just subtraction 3A. You just have to bring the negative through and then put your like terms together. That's it. Right? No multiplication there. Anything else from quiz, the practice test, homework?
Did you do like the five equation of the
Yeah, sure. All right, let's do a few of those. All right. Yes.
Can I ask a question about that same question or that same one? On the quiz it says find the equation of a line, and in the homework it says find the equation of a line, which is just to put it in that format, and then it goes on to say now find the slope intercept form of the equation, which is then to have like y equal the equation. So on here I didn't do y equals the equation because it didn't say slope intercept of the equation, it just said the line of the equation.
Yeah, and I took off 1 point, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. So in class, I'm trying to make it just a habit to solve for y. Because when you just leave it in the y minus y1 format, there's a lot of simplification that should be done.
Okay.
Sort of like it's incomplete. So in the book, they're just trying to get you used to that format by itself, and then they're trying to make sure you understand, put it in the format, and then you can do something with it. Cool. All right, guys. So what equation am I going to use for this? What format? What equation am I going to use? Yeah, that one. The y minus y1 and the mx minus x1. So what do I not have yet?
The slope.
The slope. I love it. How do I find the slope in this problem?